Hey there, I'm Lon Troyer, class of '92, Williams College. I was involved in the radio station from the middle of my freshman year through to the end of my senior, so '89 until '92. I was the internal music director for 2 of those years, which was fun because that meant I got to open up all of the packages that came in from all the radio stations that were marketing to college radio back in the day. And the album I want to talk about is The Replacements' Let It Be. I'm far from the first person to note what an amazing album this is, but for me, it's interesting for me, this is a band that I discovered sort of near the, as they kind of moved on to a major label and then worked my way back to their independent releases, including Let It Be, which is, I think, the album where Paul Westerberg, who's their main songwriter, is really, for the first time, starting to swing for the fences. They started as a kind of scrappy garage band, great party band. The Replacements are famously they're lovable for a ton of reasons. One of which is like the nickname for themselves was the Placemats. And they were always on the verge of big success, and they always did their best to undermine it. So, if there was a big night where they were going to put on a show for record label execs, you can guarantee they were going to show up trashed and not impress. And then the next night, when none of them were there, they would kill it. So they're kind of famously known as getting in the way of their own success. But this album and the albums that follow this, Tim, and then the one after that, which Pleased to Meet Me, they're all really stellar albums. This one has some knockout tracks. Like, it opens up with I Will Dare, which I think is almost like this statement of Paul Westerberg saying, I'm going to take myself seriously and I'm really going to try and make this a thing. And there's standout tracks on here. There's the, for the sort of sexually fluid and song Androgynous. A couple songs that are very much about just the discontent and loneliness of being on the road. There's one that's Answering Machine, which has some great dial tone effects from back when we called each other on actual phones. And then Unsatisfied, which is their version of Can't Get No Satisfaction. But again, like this album is the album where they really reveal sort of the emotional depth that they're capable of. And at the same time, being a band that can do a killer Kiss cover, like the song Black Diamond. So if you get a chance, this has been re-released recently multiple times, nicely remastered, and you can't go wrong with The Replacements' Let It Be.